What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an Arsenal inventory update to do for you guys. Vinyl this time, and I have some interesting stuff to run through here today. But first, what we're listening to in the background. Rose Funeral, The Resting Sonata. Y'all remember Rose Funeral, right? Well, I hope you do, because they're one of the best deathcore bands of the mid-late 2000s, the beginning of the 2000s. Really awesome stuff, and this is one of my favorite records of theirs. Okay, here's the deal. Got two 7-inch records and three 12-inch records. And we're going to start with the 7 inches, and these are both splits that I have been on the hunt for quite some time, and I'm very happy to have them. And we're going to get started with some European black metal from some of the true elite of the genre. This is the split between Antaeus and Catharsis. Yeah. This is originally released in 2009 on Norma Evangelium Diaboli. And honestly, I don't really need to get into too much about either band, because both of these bands are both very important and very influential within underground black metal in their own sort of varieties. But just a quick refresher, Antaeus are based out of France, and they are absolute elite. Cut Your Flesh and Worship Satan, Inner War, just an absolutely phenomenal band through and through. And the song that they have on this split, Misery to the Defeated, was just a continuation of what they were working on with stuff like Blood Libels. Just absolutely sinister sounding black metal. Very, very awesome vocals, great riffs, very heavy emphasis on blast beats, and just overall being an incredible, incredible band. This song is just top notch. Now when we get to Catharsis' side of the split, of course, if you know Catharsis, they are based out of Germany. Absolutely legendary black metal band. 666, Crucifixion, World Without End, Fourth Reich. Just an unbelievable body of work. I fucking love this band. And of course, the song that they have on this split was the song Black Lust. Pretty much continuing in the same vein and path as previous Catharsis releases. Just absolutely deadly and devastating black metal. Love the rawness of the song, love the vocals, love the lyrics. Just an overall creative and incredible band. But anyway, let me show you the jacket in here. There you see the front cover. This is the Antaeus side of the split. Back cover here with this badass wolf. The Catharsis side of the split. Comes with a one sheet with stuff in regards to the band. There you see the Antaeus side. There you see the Catharsis side with some very familiar artwork and lyrics and everything. And I got this off of Nuclear War Now for a really, really cheap price. And I swear this is the heaviest 7-inch vinyl in my entire collection. This definitely feels like a heavyweight vinyl, but it's a 7-inch. So yeah, this is the Antaeus side, and this is the Catharsis side. Yeah, absolutely the heaviest, in literal sense of the word, 7-inch I've ever owned. But yeah, if you are a fan of both Antaeus and Catharsis, this split is absolutely phenomenal. I'm pretty sure you can still find this split for relatively reasonable prices throughout Discogs or whatever distros you can come across. This is definitely worth looking into and getting. But yeah, Antaeus, Catharsis, go check this one out. From one elusive 7-inch to another elusive 7-inch, this has been a split that I have been looking for a very long time. And of course, this is one of these bands are one of my absolute favorite Texas black metal bands, but the band that they did the split with made things all the more interesting. This is the split between Nyogthabliz and Goat Penis, with Terroristic Onslaught of Humanicidal Chaos. Finally happy to have this in my hands. This was originally released in 2012 through Satanic Skinhead Propaganda. And just a quick refresher of these bands. Of course, if you know Nyogthabliz, they are based out of El Paso, Texas. Very, very well-known, well-regarded, you either love them or you hate them. I fucking love Nyoctobliz. And these songs that are on the Nyoctobliz side of the split represent some of this band's absolute best material. I mean, if you listen to their debut full-length, you get a little bit of a glimpse as to what sort of influences were going on with this band in that particular full-length. But with this material, it's just absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal drumming, phenomenal vocal work, Biocidal Anointing, Radioactive Sacrament, just some absolutely fantastic songs. And of course, if you know Goat Penis, they are based out of Brazil. Absolutely legendary, influential, and iconic band. Very representative of what Black Death and war metal is all about. And of course, their respective songs sound phenomenal. Bella Contra Humanitatum, Dunkel Himmel, just two really, really killer tracks. But I'm very happy to have this. I got this off of a good friend of mine who was parting ways with some of his collection. And this particular split was something that I was looking to add to my collection, and I'm very happy to have it. But anyways, here's the front cover. Very, very famous album cover artwork here. Merging of the Goat Penis and Nyoctobliz logos. Back covers with track listing and information. Fold-out cover with band member photos and lyrics for all the tracks. Definitely love the little stuff at the top and bottom of here. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes. Rebellion to Jehovah is obedience to Satan. This world will burn by our hands. Iconic shit right here. And of course, this came on a black 45 7-inch. And you see the little cutaway hole. And you see side Goat Penis, side Nyoctobliz. Absolutely phenomenal quality, and I'm super, super stoked to own this one. So yeah. Some of both of these bands' best material are on this 7-inch right here, and I can't stress enough how good this shit is. So yeah, go check out Nyoctobliz and Goat Penis with Terroristic Onslaught of Humanicidal Chaos. Masterpiece. Okay, now we got three 12-inch records to run through, and we're going to start off with a record that came out late last year that I was late to the party on, but better late than never, and I'm very happy to own this. This is Fulchi with Tropical Sun. Yeah, this was released in 2019 through Time to Kill Records, and if you're not familiar with Fulchi, they are based out of Italy, and they play this very straight-up traditional sort of style of brutal death metal, but yet they have influences in gore and horror movies, and this is their second full-length, if I'm not mistaken, and this album pretty much goes full force with not only their album name, but with their themes and their concepts. Very much influenced by Lucio Fulci, that's where they got the band name from, the zombie movies that he did, all the horror movie stuff, and then you can definitely hear all of those influences, not just musically, but lyrically, getting all the audio samples from some of his movies, and I think it's just absolutely phenomenal stuff. I mean, songs like the title track, Splatter Fatality, Legion of the Resurrected, Genetic Zombification, Eye Full of Maggots, just some really, really top-notch songs here. But aside from the influence and aesthetic that this band has, there is a lot of really, really awesome musicianship. I really love the drums and the blast beats. I love the guttural vocals and the squealing vocals. It's just really, really crazy stuff to listen to. And I appreciate what this band is doing with their own sort of style of death metal. The guitar and bass work are great. Really killer riffs to be heard throughout this thing. But yeah, I highly recommend getting into this band. This is definitely the proper mixture of horror movie stuff and brutal death metal. So anyway, here's the front cover. Love this badass artwork. Yeah, as you can see, that's the zombie from Zombie 2. Very, very badass artwork. Back cover, track listing and credits. There you see the band members in question. Comes with a printed lyric sheet. More band photos and credits. Lyrics and more detailed artwork going on here. And I know that this is the second press that was put out through Time to Kill Records, and I was lucky enough to get the second press on bone white vinyl. Sounds and plays great. Got this in the US through a distro called Life After Death. Really good label, but they also stock a lot of international stuff too, so I'm really happy that they were able to get another round of Fulci LPs since I missed out on it the first time. But yeah, can't recommend Fulci enough. Really, really awesome brutal death metal from Italy. So yeah, Fulci with Tropical Sun. Go check this one out. Next up is a band that I mentioned not too long ago in my Cemetery Filth review, and we're going to talk about them in full force right here. This is Exaggerate with Chasm of Rapturous Delirium. Yeah, this is a 2020 release through Rotted Life Records, and if you're not familiar with Exaggerate, they're primarily based out of Georgia, Tennessee, a whole bunch of other places across the South, and this is a band that I had heard so many good things about. Of course, I talk about Justin Stubbs a lot here on this channel. He is how I found out about Exaggerate. This is a band that he was touting as the future of death metal. This is what the standard of death metal is going to be for the next, I don't know how many years. And of course, when he says stuff like that, I got to have my ears at attention and be prepared for what's to come. And what's to come with Exaggerate is some high-end, high-quality death metal stuff. I absolutely love that this band is so on top of their game. I mean, this band has people that are involved in projects. Like I mentioned, Cemetery Filth. Of course, the drummer from that band is the drummer for here. Of course, you know him from Hegemony and Ectovoid. But also, you have members from bands such as Ritual Decay, Hollowed Idols. Just some really, really top-notch pedigree that these guys have. But they bring their own respective flavors to the music here with the 4 songs that appear on this full-length album. Clandestine, Malevolent, Labyrinth of Veins happen to be some of my favorite tracks on this thing. But yeah, out of the 4 songs that are on here, those are probably my favorites. But musically and sonically, it's top-notch. I love the riffs. I love the blast beat drumming. I love the vocals and lyrics. Some very wildly entertaining stuff to be heard here. And I cannot recommend this one enough. So yeah, here's the front cover. Beautiful artwork, matte finish on this jacket. Really top quality stuff by Rotted Life here. Back cover with track listings and information. Comes with a lyric sheet. Lyrics for all the tracks. More artwork. Band member photos and credits. Really, really killer stuff. And yeah, like I said, Rotted Life did an amazing job with this vinyl presentation. Standard black vinyl. I think all the copies come on a standard black vinyl, but the quality on this is absolutely insane. I think it's available on tape too, so they're definitely keeping it true with the whole vinyl and tape shit. So yeah, listen to Exaggerate. I hope I'm saying this band's name right, damn it. But yeah, this is the future of death metal right here. Part of death metal's future. Exaggerate, Chasm of Rapturous Delirium. Go check this one out. And the last record I'm going to show you is another 2020 release of a very, very top quality band to come out of Japan. This is Cruelty with A Dying Truth. Excuse me. Yeah. 2020 release through Profound Lore Records, Daymare Recordings, and yeah. Like I said, Cruelty are based out of Japan, and they play this very, very well-established sort of hybrid of hardcore and beatdown with a little bit of death metal elements thrown in there too. But yeah, this is primarily hardcore and beatdown stuff. This is their debut full-length album, and this is definitely a full circle moment for them, considering all of the previous material this band had done out in the past. And everything comes to light here with this album. I absolutely love the breakdowns. I love the musicianship and efforts being put into every single song here. It's just very punishing sounding stuff. And I mean, hearing songs like Ancient Words, Vengeance, Dark Side, it's just really awesome. I love the guttural vocals. I love how these riffs sound. Perfect tone, perfect sound. It's just a very well-produced album, to say the least bit, but I definitely think this is a really impressive debut album. If you're into hardcore or beatdown sort of stuff, I mean, I'm not much into beatdown or hardcore other than maybe a couple of handful of bands, but Cruelty definitely piqued my interest when I heard they got signed to Profound Lore, and once I heard them, I absolutely fell in love with it, and I cannot recommend this album enough. So anyway, here's the front cover. Love the jacket here. It's one of those stylish tip-on jackets. Very, very glossy, very nicely done. Comes with an OBI strip, very, very cool. Track listings, back cover here. Album name on the other side of the OBI strip. Comes with a printed sheet here with some more artwork, credits and information. And there are multiple vinyl variations of this album, but I was lucky enough to get the copy on a very nice merged vinyl of black and silver with white splatter. Absolutely beautiful. Sounds amazing. And of course, Profound Lore is on top of their shit, as they normally are when it comes to vinyl releases of some top quality new bands. So yeah, like I said, if you're into beatdown hardcore, you're going to absolutely love this Cruelty album. So definitely go check this one out. And yeah, I'm going to conclude this video. If you happen to have heard or own any of these releases, definitely let me know what you think about it, how you feel about it, and we can go from there. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until next time, Army Ho out.